オンジ、やっと戻ったのか。次は待たせるなよ。
Okay, welcome to our home screen and welcome to Red Wine, who so graciously welcomed us today. Today's episode is going to be a tiny little bit different. First of all, we had the event conversation earlier, although I might cut that out. So if you don't see the event conversation, I have cut it out. For now, we will go straight into PvP. There's absolutely nothing else for us to do at the start of an episode. This is always how we start an episode. We go right into PvP. So let's see if everybody has their... Yep, looks good. Everybody seems to have their fallen angels equipped. We still have 3 hours left until the PvP resets and we get new opponents. So let's see who we have. The only opponent who's really a challenge is this one, and this one also gives us the most points. So let's go fight Net Nue. Shout out to you, your team looks good. Let's see how they do. I feel like this is in our favor because Tosu at 0 stars is not that strong. They do have good amounts of crowd control though, so we'll have to see about that. So far it seems to be equal on the tank front, but Tosu has already taken quite a lot of damage. Therefore, we are now 4 DPS versus 3 DPS, 4 versus 2, heavily in our favor. Tosu is just not strong enough for PvP. Also does not add enough crowd control. Tosu is not really someone I would use for PvP. Even if I had her on 1 star, it really depends, because I just don't feel like the value is really there. Now let's see, this is probably too hard for us here. Caitlyn in the bottom right corner. I always have to remember you don't see my mouse. That's a bit too hard, I think. Although I am curious, because just now I have said that Tosu is not really good. And I've also claimed in the past that healers aren't really that good for PvP either. So since there is a Tosu, which I said isn't good for PvP, and a healer, which I said isn't good for PvP, I feel like we will try this to see if, even though we have 3000 less power, we can still come out on top because our team composition is better. We're gonna see. We're just gonna see. I'm curious about this. I hope you're as well. Also, they don't have a tank, so we should be burning quite fast through their front line here. Which, yeah, it's exactly as I figured. Our tank is just way too bulky for these DPS to burn through. The advantage is really on our side. Even if we lose stake here. Yeah, wow. Okay, so that really proves that you should have a good tank. Because it's just a sponge, it's a damage sponge. In the time it takes to kill your tank, you can do so much damage to DPS. You should also not really have a healer, because the amount of healing you can do per second is not as high as the DPS you can do per second. Even though my B52 doesn't have his skills very far developed and his fallen angel isn't that good, he is still better for me to take along than a healer. Oh, I don't like this. See, top right corner, meow e meow, meow e meow. I don't even know how to pronounce these differently. I guess meow e mew. Yeah, I think that's how you would pronounce them. Gives me the most points, but it's an utterly boring fight. But there's no better fights anyway, so we're just gonna go with points here. Still wish I knew how the points get calculated, but we don't know. That last fight though was very interesting to see. It proved a lot of the things I have been saying. The point about the healers, the point about the Tosu, and this team we don't even really need to talk about. It is just way under leveled. There was 2 or 3 R food souls in there, if I could see. Which for PvP you really want to use your strongest food souls. We're looking at a similar situation right now. This is not really a challenge. We again have no tank. I always wonder what the criteria are for who gets attacked first. As you can see here, they started with black tea, then now they're going to brownie, and after that, interesting. I think they would have gone for the vodka first. I feel like it's always the highest stars or the highest power which gets attacked first, not necessarily who stands in the front. I feel like I have fought Ninja Bun before. Once again, I don't really see much of interest here, so we're just gonna go with the most points. And in this situation, I will talk a little bit more about Milt for a moment. As you could see, we crashed. I've never crashed during PvP, so I don't know what happens to our try. We've lost that try. Although I don't know if we've won. I have no idea. Anyway, I was gonna talk a little bit about Milt before we crashed. There's currently 2 tanks that really would benefit from Milt's ability to give them energy, and one of them is Gingerbread, which you see on the screen right now, a tank I really want to have, and another one is Gyoza. Both of them being tanks that have energy skills which make them invulnerable. And I think in Gyoza's case he also heals himself. There's gonna be another tank sometime in the future called Kavia, which also turns himself invulnerable and heals himself with his energy skill. And this energy skill even pairs with Milt, and Milt's energy skill pairs with Kavia. Now this is very interesting because that would make them a really strong combo. I'm not so sure about the PvP combo about that. Maybe interesting if it's really tough to get through. Maybe it makes a healer tank combo more viable again. But for now I would say healers, not a thing. We will have to see if Milt changes that in PvP, if Milt will become a healer who, paired with the right tank, can actually be viable in PvP. Anyway, now that we've done the PvP, we have a little bit of a different thing to do. Usually I would now check on my restaurant, but we're not gonna do that now. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually redeem a few things. First of all, I can redeem by 5 lives in the catacombs because I did that earlier, and one of the reasons why I did that, I was only 1 revive away actually. One of the reasons I did that was because I have also reached a new tier in the rebates, recharge, whatever you want to call it. There we get another 50 spirit reincarnators, which brings us to a good number to reroll a few stats. Also, we get the small stamina potions, but most importantly, we get SR shard bags, which give us a total of 60 SR food soul shards. So let's see what we get in here. This is something I have been looking forward to ever since I unlocked it yesterday, and you cannot believe how hard it is to wait. The next one we have to unlock, I'm already looking forward to because I really want these Sanma shards. The only problem is that we need 166 points to get there, which roughly or pretty precisely is something about 29 euro. That isn't so bad. That is as much as I would spend on a certain game called Inside right now if I wanted to really buy it, and is as much as I have spent on a recent purchase of RimWorld, which is a fun game, but I feel like it needs to develop a little bit more before I can really enjoy it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that, and maybe the Milt event brings me a little bit closer. Because one thing that I may buy during the Milt event are the Rice's Gifts. These give a good amount of soul embers for for a pretty good price. Sadly they're limited, and they were discounted when you first unlocked them, and I should have bought them then, but of course I didn't need them then. I need them now, but they're still a good price. The first pack, the second pack, and the third pack all have a pretty good value. They are all pretty good value for what you get. Once you get to this pack, the level 25 pack, you can argue that it's starting to be a little bit much, because you only get 900, which is double of what you get in the level 10 pack, but it costs about 4 times as much. But of course you get other goodies in here. You get like 2000 cooking power, you get some intermediate. You don't really want that though. You don't want that. You can farm that in the game. What you want is the soul embers. But anyway, what we are here for actually is lava. We can still gain a few more of these ingredients. So let's go ahead and do that. We have a few things we still need to farm. Specifically for these. So pasta, we need one more. These we have enough. There, we need one more too. How much of this do we need? Oh, okay, there we go. So let's sweep a few times in here and get a few walnuts. See, these walnuts you were not supposed to still be able to get this day. You were only able, or only supposed to be able, to trade them in. Nothing more. So how much do we have now? We have 15. That's one too many. Anyway, let's sweep over here. And let's sweep over here. How much stamina do we have left? Okay, it's that. Now let's see how many we have. We have 210 walnuts, which means we want to have 205 jujubes, or yuyubes, however you pronounce them. So let us go Nevras. Oh, we're already there. Outskirts. And farm a few more of those. I feel like I have mostly farmed the ones I can. Ah, there we go. Sweep those. Nice. And let's continue. Sweep. Let's get all the ones we can. I have finally done a little bit of button mapping, so I can more conveniently click myself through the game. There's still a few things I need to actually point and click at with the mouse, but oh, we don't have enough stamina. So which stage are we at? 14-1. We have 4 more stages to sweep. It's 4 times 9, that is 30, 32. I have up. I'm bad. I'm very bad at math. I'm sorry. I am not thinking about numbers right now. What I'm thinking about right now is opening all the collectible stuff we have. So let's go ahead and do that. So first this. 30 of these boxes should give us a few more steak shards. There we go, 3 steak shards, 3 vodka shards. That's really good. This is not going to give us much, but let's use them. We also have exquisite boxes, giving us a few bits of something. That's great too. And these I am really excited about. So let's use them one at a time. So let's see. First one. Oh, that's interesting. He is on our home screen today. What a coincidence. Oh, okay. Nice. And that's not so nice. Okay, we got 2 nice ones that are not too easy to obtain, and one that's pretty easy to obtain. I will go and do a bit of shard fusion now, which is something I usually also don't do in the middle, but we're just gonna do a little bit of shard fusion. I am still mostly doing same rank fusion. Batches, because I'm still trying to raise a few of my SRs. So let's use all of these. Okay, but that's looking pretty good. I would like to upgrade my sweet tofu. I would also like to upgrade my Tang 1 to 2 stars. Let's do 32 fusions. It cost a pretty penny. And let's see what we got. So 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. The rest is kinda not so good, but we can just go in and do more. Let's just do more. Use all the stuff we don't need. Okay, fuse them again. It's another 8 shards we're getting. And once more, we got a few we want and a couple we don't want. So a couple we don't want, we are just gonna use again. Good. Fuse them. See what we get. Oh, nice. I actually really want yogurt. Where is she? Oh, down there. There. Just be careful that you don't actually use up these shards. Now, for those, I have been thinking of actually keeping my Tom Yum shards because I don't know. Like, I feel like it was a bit of a mistake to use them all up. Because he is pretty good once he gets to a certain level, and he also has tankier skills than Steak. As you know, Steak doesn't really have many skills that make him really a tank. Right, we can do a whole lot of fusions here. And we got 5 miso soup shards. That is really good. We only need 3 more. Let's hope we can do a bit more of this and get a few more of his shards. We need 3 more. That is absolutely doable. Come on. That's 1 more. I might be tempted, if I only need 1 more shard, I might be tempted to use some of the shards that I actually have been saving up. Like Tom Yum. Yep. We're gonna burn him. 1 more shard. We need 1 more shard. Come on, give me that. Give me that shard. I'm not gonna use my cold shrimp, I think. Unless, come on. This is ridiculous. If I now get the shard, I'm gonna be so Nope. Okay, we're 1 shard short. We can still do 1 more. And no. Okay, that would have been funny if we had gotten it on the last try. I did try all the way to my last chart to upgrade that, but sadly we were not able to do that. But we are able to upgrade somewhere, somehow. Oh, we can upgrade red wine. I'm not so sure if I actually want to upgrade him. His skill set is pretty interesting. His skill set is actually not bad. He's a single target oriented DPS. So that is actually really useful. He's kind of like Sanma. He has 2,852 strength. Where's Sanma? Above. And Sanma without a fallen angel. Yeah, he's quite a bit stronger, but I think we also have an integrated contract already. 187. Now let's see. 138, but there we go. So they are pretty equal. 3692, 3781. So they are pretty equal in strength, meaning that red wine might actually be a pretty good soul to use if I can upgrade him more. This episode is a little bit slower. I apologize for that because we're having the chit chat a little bit earlier into the episode right now. And I'm just taking care of a few things. One of the things I really want to take care of though is my fallen angel situation. I have not sadly gotten a staunch Ukamachi enhanced, but I have gotten quite a few other things. Also quite a few spirit incarnators. So with that said, what we are gonna do now is we're gonna see if we can level up this Eisen. Let's level him up. Whoop. There we go, level him up. As you can see, I got quite a few bulimias here. There. Also got a few other bits and pieces like these, but I'm not gonna actually use them, so instead let's see if we can get to a higher level here. This is gonna cost us a pretty penny, as you can see, but let's see. Failed. Come on, 3 times the charm. Nope, all of them failed. Whatever. Next, we want to reroll this stat. This is currently one of my priorities, to reroll this stat. So let's see what we can get. Crit, attack speed, crit damage. We don't want that. We don't want that. See, now I'd be tempted to just leave it at that and see what else we have that I need to reroll. This looks good. This is good. This is good. This is good. We could reroll that. This we could also reroll, but it's not going to give us much right now. On the other hand, I am thinking of rerolling this attack speed into defense, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh wow. Well, hello there. Good luck. That was pretty great. So yeah, I am also tempted to use one of these cautious Tsuchigumas I have, because I don't know if I really need 2 of them. Let's go ahead and do that actually. Where's one of these cautious ones? It should be somewhere down here. We also got another brave Ukamachi. I am tempted to use it, but I'm not so sure. One of these though I will definitely use right now. Try to get this guy to +3. We have an 80% chance. I feel hopeful. Yes. Okay, so that gave us a good boost. And now we still have quite a bit left, so I'm thinking of re-rolling this because we need more damage. We definitely do need more damage on our Senma. Other than that, re-rolling these is... We do enough healing, so I'm not really... No, I think I will focus mostly on this one right now, where we're gonna try to re-roll this bottom stat here into at least an epic. No, I may sometimes just stop if I get the same stat, but since I still have over 50 left, I will continue to re-roll these stats. And I'm sorry if this is boring to watch, but this is what you have to go through. This is why this show is called The Daily Grind. No, we're not gonna keep that. Okay, and at this point, we're getting closer and closer to when I would actually stop rolling as soon as I get an attack. Depending on what kind of attack I get. As soon as I'm under 30, I will stop as soon as I get a blue attack. Okay, green. Green. No, let's try. Let's risk it. I am gonna stop though if we get blue. Don't want that. And once I'm under 20, I may stop as soon as I get green. Okay, we got blue. So we are gonna leave it at that. Now we're gonna reroll something that isn't as crucial. Like, we're gonna reroll this green stat on this Eisen right now, I think. Unless, no, we don't really need that. I feel like I should save up instead to try and reroll some of the more important stats here. Yeah, I feel like that's the better option. We're gonna stop here and just keep the 20 spirit incarnators we have right now to really try. And I think I'm going to attempt to use one of the brave ones down here that I have. Oh wait, Mild actually uses brave. Well, we have 3, so but if we get Mild, we might want to use one of these. You know what? Let's keep them. Let's keep them, and because it is not such a high chance for us to get the +5 up. I want to see how the chance is. I think it's 50 or 60. Let's see. The lively one is actually the one we need the least. I forgot we had that. But we're still looking to have a staunch one and a brave one that we need to level up. Yeah, it's a 50% chance. So yeah, let's not go for that. We still have 2 Ukamuch enhanced that we want to at least get to level 3 if we can. Now that our fallen angels are taken care of, we can go and do the guild boss and the disaster. And I feel like I will go with the disaster. Let's go with guild boss first because we have the team already built. Now the one thing we need to do though is equip these guys with the fallen angels that they require. So you have the right fallen angel, okay. You also do, and you as well. Now Sanma needs his fallen angel though. And we have increased that at least a bit. There we go. Not much, but a bit. Miso Soup, do you have a fallen angel? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go straight ahead, and I still hate that I am 1 shard. I am 1 shard short of Miso Soup. I thought luck was on my side there, but sadly it was not. Did we already do our creating? Yes, we did. So let's go ahead. Fight the guild beast. Actually, before we do that, I completely forgot. We should also see if we can upgrade some skills. Specifically, I want to upgrade Sanma. Nah, I think Mooncake is gonna be doing more damage than Sanma, maybe. I don't know. Let's upgrade once here, and then go to upgrade on Sanma. Let's upgrade that energy skill a bit, so we can do 1, 2, 3. Let's get it to 16 and stop. I never really completely use up my resources. As you can see, I still have roughly 100 of those. The reason why I do that is that if I get Milt, I want to level up the skills. So I'm always keeping a little bit of a margin. There's none of that in here, so let's just skip buying anything and go and do what we wanted to do. Guild boss. We are down to 26%. That's not gonna be enough this week, but I hope next week we can defeat the guild beast. I feel like we should be able to. A lot of people have increased their damage quite a bit. So I do hope that we're gonna be able to do that. And I have mapped the keys for the skills on my keyboard. I hope that I'm not messing up. I'd also hope that I'm not crashing in between. Okay, so this is that skill, this is this skill. Okay, we can do this. Right, it's same procedures every time. Let's just use our skills. Every time we have a raw. Every time he growls at us. I always do it right away, even though I may be able to survive with just normal healing. I just don't want to chance anything. And as soon as more than one food soul is kind of low, it becomes a little tricky for our healers to... Because we're all single target healers. It becomes a bit tricky to heal everybody up. So let's just keep using it. Oh, unless we're silenced. Keep using it as soon as we can. That way we are on the safe side. So there's gonna be another growl. I'm gonna heal and we're gonna go to 1 speed here. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. I hope that silence is not gonna... Okay, that silence did exactly what I didn't want it to do. It persisted. So we have to restart. This first meteorite does not do that much damage, but we were a bit low, so sadly we lost Sanma there. I don't remember right now if I had Miso Soup's skill up. I don't remember. We could have maybe used that to survive through it, but I was just not paying too much attention to his skill right there in that moment. I will admit that. But once again, nothing out of the ordinary, just the same old, same old. There's gonna be another growl, there we go. Heal that up. There's gonna be another in a moment. There it goes, heal that up. Alright, there's the next one. Now let's hope we're not getting silenced again. Okay, we're not silenced. There we go. That looks good. Let's bring the speed back up because you don't want to sit here forever and I don't want to either. Let's keep healing. And I am gonna use the heal in between as I always do. There's a growl. Use the heal. We have 28 seconds left before the next meteorite can even be triggered. Let's see, there's gonna be a growl. There we go. And we are silenced. Let's go back to 1 speed. Let's go 2 times, 1 times. I just sometimes like to speed things up. It seems almost like this is half the speed and not 1 times the speed. Okay, there's the growl. This might be a little too late. Yeah, it was definitely too late. God damn, the silences hate us today. The silences are mean today. I have never had this bad luck with silences so far. Twice now we were silenced. Good thing we can restart. It would be so horrible if you couldn't. Okay, there goes the growl. The strategy is just repetitive. It's just the same old, same old. Once you have your dream team, just do the same strategy over and over. And unless a new futsal comes around that is better, you're just gonna keep leveling up that dream team. And if you don't have Miso Soup, you can just use another healer instead of Miso Soup. It does the same. Miso Soup is just nice because he has a damage skill on his basic skill. That makes him nice to use because you can get away with it, so it's kind of nice. Okay, wow, we just took a ton of damage there. So we don't get silenced again. Oh, come on! This is ridiculous! Today's episode is how many times will I get silenced during the guild boss. We're at 3 so far. 3. This is ridiculous. Wow. I'm very sorry that I have to redo this so many times. It is completely out of my control. But sadly, this is what it is like. This is the daily grind. These games do that to you. You have to repeat certain things over and over and over in order to get the best possible outcome. You can't be happy with the outcome not being the best possible. Here we go, we're just waiting for the next growl again. Should be now, there we go. And the next growl will roughly be at 315 or something like that. There we go. Right, no silence. Okay, we're not silenced, great. We got past it. Whoa, now we just have 2 more to get past. Actually holding my hand in the position I am holding it for the keys on my keyboard that I've mapped is kind of a strain. So where goes the next growl? Give me the growl, there we go. Now let's swap the speed down. No silence. No silence. Pray to the gods. Okay, we're good. We got silenced right after, that's not too bad. And just one more to get over. One more. After that we're pretty safe. Okay, next growl please. Looks good so far. Where's the growl? Okay, he waited a long time with that growl. This is this could potentially be a bit dangerous, but I was afraid that I would lose Sanma there if I had not used that. But I feel like we're gonna be good. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. We're probably gonna have Miso's skill up before we lose Sanma. Or anybody else for that matter. One of the problems of that growl is that your healers and everybody just loses health. And then your healers are trying to heal up everybody, and since they can only focus on one person at a time, the person in the front that takes the most damage sadly suffers a little bit from it. 545, I feel like that is the most damage I have dealt so far. But a little bit of upgrading to the Fallen Angels shows. It is not much, but a few 100,000 at a day is good. It's good progress. Yesterday I was at 523,000, correct me if I'm wrong. But if I can increase at that rate daily to every 2 days or so, I'm positive. You know, I feel good about that. Obviously we can still upgrade a few skills. We can still upgrade Miso's skill quite a bit and all that. But there's that. We did a total of 3,266,000 damage. That is not so bad. That's a bit like 5% of the Guild Beast's health. We did 5%, kind of ish. I think it has 8 million health. So yeah, that wasn't so bad. Now, next one. We want to switch
This time I'll make a memorable impression.
these guys out. I actually don't like Steak's voice. I will admit that I don't like his voice. His voice actor doesn't match up with his character. I feel like he doesn't look like he would have a very deep voice. So yeah, there's that. We need to switch this Fallen Angel out. We have increased the defense this time around for this Fallen Angel. We are now looking at 309 defense. That is better than before, so a little bit more survivability. Do I want to upgrade some of the skills? I don't think so. As for Laba, I think last time I forgot to switch this healer, this Fallen Angel, to Laba before we went into the boss fight. So our healing was a bit down. We were only healing 68 per auto heal. So I feel like this time around we're gonna do a bit better. And I also think that I've gotten I've gotten this contract, which is a bit backwards because you don't really want to have more health, but it's worth it to get all the stuff that you get afterward. You get attack power and attack speed, I think. So that is worth it. Now let's go into the disaster and see if we can beat our yesterday's damage, 327,000, today. I am positive we will be able to. Let's select the revive souls and jump right into it. We have upgraded the skills. We have upgraded the defense. Yeah, we're taking 2 less damage here in the early stage. We have upgraded our healer. As you can see, she now heals how much? I have to wait for an auto heal to pop up somewhere. 117. Wow, that is not bad. We're healing 117 per heal. That should keep most people pretty healthy, but sadly we keep getting stunned on our healer. That is not good. Good thing that we had the energy skill ready right there. But yeah, getting stunned over and over is a bit annoying. The best part about Laba is this basic skill though. As you could see right there, instant dispel of the attack power down that the boss put on us. You can recognize that it's there again now. It's the little icon over the health bars with the sword and the little droplet underneath it. That is an attack down. There it is again. And being able to dispel that increases the damage quite a bit. And sometimes I notice that she's dispelling it right away, which really increases the damage dealt by a lot. Today though, she is taking quite a lot of stuns. Alright. We are surviving longer. Definitely surviving longer than yesterday. The added defense is really showing. But we are gonna fall soon. And there's not much we can do about it. But we of course still have that revive. Although, arguably, the revive is not worth that much damage. If I revive here, we're gonna deal a few more seconds of damage. It's really not a lot. Since we do have a tank in the front, we do get a few attacks in, but I feel like ultimately the other options are worth more. You get more out of them. But of course they also cost money, so we're not going to go there just yet. Unless our team gets much stronger and we can actually compete for top 100 or something like that. See, we didn't even do more damage today.
Also increase as a result?
Sad. I am sad that I didn't increase the damage by increasing the skills and increasing the defense, but ultimately it's down to luck as well. You know, what skills get triggered, how many stuns, how many basic attacks. You don't have so much control over that, and we are a few thousands under what we did yesterday. Roughly 8,000 or something like that. 9,000 or something. Yeah, 8,000 and a bit is what we're under. Sad, I always love if I'm increasing my damage from day to the next day. But a little bit of attack and a little bit of, you know, increasing some of our skills isn't going to be the biggest difference. But I am hoping that the damage will increase over time and we can eventually get into the top 1000 at least, then into the top 500, and eventually maybe we can compete for the top 100. Now we've done everything we wanted to do, so I will now chit chat a little bit with you guys specifically about the upcoming event and about a few other things. I'm currently not sure if I want to buy the mooncake shards or if I want to save up for B52 shards. The thing is, I'm not really using B52 that much right now. I'm using him for PvP, but arguably PvP is not that important right now. Of course PvP is important, but I'm not gaining so much out of it. I don't gain crystals out of it. I don't gain power for my guild out of it. Therefore, the better gain I get is with these. My money is better, or my medals are better invested in mooncake shards than in B52 shards. Hopefully though they will not take the B52 shards out of the shop, because I would still like to get them. Oh, I could have used these to shard fusion one more time. Those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I still have another. That's 2 more fusions. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset. I will try, just for the sake of trying, and to see if we have any reason to be upset. If we now get it, I will be so upset. Nah, okay, we didn't get it. It would have been so funny. I would have laughed my ass off. Seriously, would have laughed my ass off. No, but I am pretty happy with what we got so far. I have always wanted to use red wine. He is one of my favorites. So being able to now realistically use him. Oh wow, this is a bit stupid. It would be nice to use actually for disaster maybe, because Steak has his linked skill with him, if I remember right. Yep, so he's gonna deal more damage if we go with red wine. Truth be told, with red wine I could probably deal more damage in the disaster if I got the shards for red wine and not Sanma. But I do need Sanma for the guild boss, because Miso Soup's skill links with Sanma. And I want to have control over that skill. It's not so much about the strength of the skill, it is more about the control. It is more about being able to decide when you want to use that skill. And I think I'm gonna upgrade this. I like round numbers, and it doesn't cost me that much right now. So we like round numbers, so we're gonna do this. And we're 1 shard away, and I'm positive that we will grab some Miso Soup shards tomorrow, when we're gonna do a lot of summoning. Tomorrow we're gonna do a lot of summoning. That is gonna be what we're gonna do first thing in the episode. The first thing we're doing is summoning. We're also in a good way to the upgrade. Oh, I didn't want to get out of it. I just wanted to get out of that screen. Now let's see. We are pretty low. So I'm thinking both of these just Ice Arena. Then we can hire some new staff. Head chef. Always try to get Hawthorne Ball into the head chef. I think that has a benefit. I'm not sure if it does, but I think it does. Now, it's a good thing if you have 4 cooks. You should have 4 cooks so you can always swap them out. Because if 2 cooks are depleted, their energy is depleted, you have 2 other cooks you can go in. You can just go back and forth and back and forth. Having 4 cooks is the ideal number. Of course, having more than that is even better. But 4, I would say, is ideal because then you can also focus on increasing the amount of freshness they have. Of course, right now I'm focusing more on my damage-oriented food salts. Fighto! And having 6 raiders is also a good number because, as you can see, we have 3 raiders. So having 6 to always be able to swap them out is good. Oh, we already did it. That didn't take long. Now let's cook. I'm still cooking mostly cold tofu right now. Mostly cold tofu. We now get 736 flavor out of those, but that is still only 5 fame. I'm really hoping that goes up to 6 fame soon, because then we can increase everything even more. We can increase the fame gain even more. I'm just gonna buy a few of these things. I'm not too worried about some of the ingredients because I'm not using them that frequently. I'm buying a bunch of lemons though for the lemon cakes I still need to make. I have tons of octopi and I want to keep it that way, so I'm buying tons of octopi. I'm not too worried about buying ingredients anymore. I have now always 1 search party. I could have 2 though. Let's go with a second party. Let's go with this one because this team is not too weak as well. They can possibly take out some encounters, which means purple chests, which mean purple ingredients or purple seasonings, and that is ultimately something great and what we want to have. Now, we have 399 soul embers right now. We still have to do this. I almost forgot. Let's crank that all the way up to what we can. Click, 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 click. I feel like I'm playing a clicker game right now. Obviously you can also type it in, but I don't know exactly how many I can do, so we're just gonna click. Okay, so we can do... Okay, so we have to get a few more walnuts. How many more walnuts do we need in order to... A few more. We don't really have that much stamina though, so let's just bring that down to what we can handle right now. Oh, oops. 208, so that's something we can handle. Although we could just get 2 more walnuts. I don't care. Let's just do this. Cook. I'm hoping for mostly soul embers here, although diamonds are also great to have. This looks pretty good. Okay, that is pretty nice. I think we got a little bit over 150 out of that. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 18 times 15 is, who knows, I will use my calculator. 18 times 15, 270. That is not bad. That is not bad. Did we not cook that? Was that a glitch? Yeah, it was a glitch. But yeah, I mean, we could also still go for a few of these lava shards, but personally, I feel like 3 stars, that's good enough. She heals me good enough through the disaster right now. So, the episode is pretty much at an end now. We are just gonna talk a little bit more about my strategy for the upcoming event, and maybe I will cut the talk I had about the event in right here. I have decided to stay on this screen for now because there's a new event coming tomorrow, and I wanted to read through and introduce you and myself to the specifics of this event. As you can see, we get 3 banners, 1, 2, 3, up there in the top of other events that are stopping today or going on a little bit more. I don't know how long the Udon prank time event is going on. A little funny story about the harvest season event is that it was actually supposed to end yesterday, or rather you were supposed to not be able to farm any ingredients anymore today, but you were only able to trade in these. This was officially written down here in the event description, that it was only going to last until the oh wait, that's not the right one. Autumn harvest there. The autumn harvest was only going to be harvestable. You were only able to harvest until yesterday, and today was only to trade. But it seems that too many people did not see this information and therefore are very angry, or were very angry with the devs. Probably sent them tons of emails, like typing real fast on their keyboards about, you can't do this to us, you can't take away our harvestable ingredients, we have not traded in all the things we want, I have spent crystals to buy black beans, and I want to get lava to 2 stars, 3 stars, whatever reason. Probably something like that happened, and therefore they have officially extended the period of the harvest season until the 30th. You can see it here now, the harvest season. The first line, I'm gonna bring that right up there. The first line was reading 29th of September, but they have changed it. They have changed it due to the demands of the player base, which is not a bad thing. I like it in one way, that they give in to the demand of the player base and they give them more chances. If too many players are angry, they give another day. That is not bad. I remember that they once even gave a compensation because players did not understand the event rules correctly and therefore wasted their resources or something like that. I don't know how they could misunderstand, but apparently they misunderstood, and then the event description was changed. On one hand, this is pretty good because the developer and the provider, promoter of this game, is clearly interested in keeping us as a player base happy, and that is a good change to see in a mobile game, because so many mobile games have so many issues that aren't addressed. You feel like the customer support does not care. Here, within the same day, within hours of people waking up and realizing, wait, I thought this event was still going on for another day, they have made a change within hours, and that is good. Although it could just be another money grab strategy of them. They could have realized, oh, they have another way of gaining money. But let's just not paint the devil on the walls here. Let's just read about the new event, because this is what I'm really interested in. So we will be getting a new healer, a UR healer, which there aren't so many around. Actually, when I think about it, I can only think of one UR healer, and that is currently only Cloud T. And these 2 healers have something in common. They both aren't really focusing so much on healing, but they have a focus also on energy replenishment. And that is interesting to see, that all the UR healers so far, which there's only 2, replenish energy. I will link you to the official wiki page of Milt and Bonito Rice in the description below, so you can check them out yourself. But this is the one thing that I can tell you. Both UR healers recharge energy, meaning your energy skill of your food salts are activating faster during specific conditions whatever, you know, the skills of course have conditions. For Milt, this is that the basic skill targets the lowest health teammate, giving them more energy and also healing them, which is great, Anyway, these are added to the event pool, to the event summoning pool, to the event card pool. So there's an event card pool, meaning we will have a second pool to summon from, which is only going to be available until the 14th. And after that, they can no longer be obtained via summoning. Okay, White Princess. During the event, Master Tenants can spend a certain amount of crystals to claim corresponding rewards. After the event screen will no longer be available. Be sure to claim your rewards while the event lasts. That is like the Tosu event. You were able to spend crystals to get Tosu shards, a frame, this and that. Only that it was way too expensive. You had to spend 10,000 crystals to get 20 Tosu shards, which is as much as you need to get to +1 star of 5. So first you had to get lucky to summon her, then you had to have a lot of money. 10,000 crystals, how much is that in dollars? 150 crystals cost $6 almost. Let's say $5, $5.50. So it would be around. Wow, that's a lot of money. I don't want to do the math right now. You can do the math, or maybe I'll write it in the description. I hope it's not going to be as expensive. Tranquil Yard. During the event, receive 1 kitten cookie every time you summon a fool. A food soul, not a fool. Kitten cookies can be used to exchange for treasure chests and supplies in the event screen. After the event, kitten cookies can no longer be used. Make sure to use them. Okay, so we get a free return on our summoning embers, and we have to spend crystals to claim corresponding rewards. This is going to be interesting. My goal here is to get Milt. That's the minimum goal. My realistic goal is to get Milt to 1 star. My shooting for the stars goal is to get Milt to 2 stars. I think anything above that is just unrealistically impossible. We will have to see how well this goes. For now, let's jump into Food Fantasy, deal with today's troubles, and let tomorrow's troubles be tomorrow. Of course, the event is mostly a summoning event, but you can spend crystals to get shards. So I'm probably gonna buy a few things here and there. But that's all in tomorrow's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow when we are gonna finally do a whole lot of summoning at the start of the episode. So wish me luck then. Watch it if you want to watch, and maybe you weren't lucky and you're hoping I don't get lucky either. Or maybe you're a nice soul and you hope that I get to summon Milt 3 times. Well, that's not realistic. I doubt I even get him once, but you never know. We will see about that. But for now, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, I will be back to grinding off camera, because the grind in this game is never over.